Welcome to Forgotten Coast Fishing. My name's David and I fish inshore and offshore, showing you what I do to find and catch fish. If that sounds appealing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you won't miss my future videos. So we've got a special day today. We're going to be taking the bay boat out here in St. Joe Bay, and I've got Steven with me, and we're going to get out and see if maybe we can catch some trout, redfish, or maybe some flounder. All right, so we made it out. Kind of want to get you up to speed about what we've been doing this morning. Steve and I started out at Blue Water Outriggers to get some live shrimp. Ran into a subscriber, kind of waved as he was driving by. Walked into Blue Waters, and man, they're just so friendly there. There's a couple employees we've gotten to know there. Got our boat launched. Ran into another subscriber as we were kind of docking the boat up and loading up, and just kind of visited with some people. It's just kind of been a great day. It just kind of goes to show, especially bringing Steven out, you know, it's not always about fishing. I love getting out here and grinding for you guys and showing you what I'm doing to catch fish, and that's a lot of fun. But sometimes it's, you know, kind of nice to kind of sit back and enjoy the process. Over here, as you can see, is my buddy Landrum, and he's got a buddy with him fishing, and we just ran into them. But we're gonna go ahead and try to catch some trout. We're in about 3 feet of water right now over some nice grass, and I got this shrimp. And so we're gonna use this popping cork setup first. You see me doing this a lot. It's a very simple way to fish and really effective. This is my inshore medium heavy rod, TFO 7'6", and this is that Cymar C40. I've had this reel, I don't know, 5-6 years now. I got it after the hurricane destroyed all my other reels, and it's kind of a lower end reel, but I've never had any issues with it. I've really not had to take it apart and clean it or anything, just kind of rinsing it off each time, so it's been a good reel. And this is a Cajun Thunder popping cork, and I've got 20-pound fluorocarbon underneath of it, and this is a Kale hook. Best way I found to hook these shrimp, find those little black spots, go right in front of it and pull it through. Get kind of a nice secure hold. That shrimp kind of looks good in the water, I think. Oh, got him. Oh yeah, this is not a pinfish. All right, taking out a little drag. I guess it's a trout, I don't know. It's a decent one. All right, Steven, this may be our first keeper of the day. Yeah, he's kind of staying down pretty good. I'm not sure what it is. Oh yeah, it's shaking like a trout. All right, Steven, looks like we're gonna be pulling him up over your head. Oh yeah, man, it's a good one. Jeez, it's a good one. All right, we're gonna mess with the net or just pull him up. That's always the dilemma. That's always the dilemma. Oh man, sometimes, oh man, he's got in the grass. Where are you going, dude? Jeez, man. Oh, what are we gonna do now? Look, he's going this way. We gotta go around the boat. Look at this dude. This isn't a catfish, is it? No, man, check this trout. Oh gosh, we are gonna get the net. Oh man, this is a nice trout, everybody. Let's see if we can get him in. Come on, trout. Look at this trout, everybody. Whoa, we got him. Check this dude out, Steven. Man, he's about 20 inches probably. Let's see what he measures out to be. Holy cow, if he's 19, he will be our one keeper over 19. Our slot here is 15 inches on the lower end, 19 inches on the upper end, but you do get to keep one over 19, and I'm quite sure that's what he's going to be. So he'll be our one trout over 20 or over 19. Man, that changed a number of years ago. I still can't get quite used to it. Check this dude out, Steven. Man, look at him. Look at this trout. We got a nice trout, but check this guy out. This is a nice trout. Let's get a measurement on him. Yeah, he's 20, just like I was thinking. You go from the front of the mouth, obviously, squeeze that tail, and look, he's right on 20. Man, he's our 119 of the day. See if we can show Landrum our fish over there. He said he was catching trout, and he wasn't lying. All right, well, let's get this guy in the box and get our shrimp back out there. Oh man, jeez. Oh, here he is. Oh, that's pinfish. Sometimes if you can know it's pinfish, you can just kind of start working that popping cork, kind of moving it around a lot. Oh man, did you see that come up and strike it? Just as I was about to say, man, sometimes having that pinfish biting it will kind of attract something. I'm not gonna worry with the net. He's a little smaller. Oh man, a shark. No, catfish. That was strange. I would have never guessed a catfish to come up and hit this on the surface like it's some kind of trout hitting a topwater or something. But that's what happened. Oh man, jeez. All right, we're not doing this very smooth at all. And you can see this water is pretty deep for where we are. We've got a high tide, a nice high tide coming up probably any minute. I have to check the time. And that makes fishing in this bay to me really nice because it is such a shallow bay. Obviously you get more water and oh man, oh geez, look at that. Like I was saying, you don't have to pay attention. Here's your fish, Steven. Man, I said the next one's yours. This one's got a lot of fight to it. Oh no, don't get off. You want him, Steven? You want Daddy to do it? You got it? What have we got? He's kind of up to the surface already. You got him? Oh man, come back this way, fish. Oh, come back this way. Oh, he's coming over behind you, Steven. Get it, get it. All right, let me go get the net. Is it a catfish? Oh man, it's a catfish. Check him out. Oh man, here he comes on board. Oh, look at this catfish. We got the biggest catfish of the day, Steven. Check him out. I don't want to get him too close because I don't want him to pop off, but check him out. Here's your catfish here going. What do you think we should do with him? Throw him back? Yeah, you're right. Get him out of here. You can see our grass and sand kind of all mixed into here. So this looks like a good area. We just reset our drift. So our grass kind of really just started right there. Oh man, where's our cork? Oh, where's our cork? Oh, here it is, man. Look at that. Man, all you got to do, Steven, is just not pay attention. And you get some trout. Sitting here talking about how good this area looked. And we get a trout here. I don't know if he's our keeper. They have to be 15, like I said. He's going to be a little short, I think. He is kind of getting to the bottom, though, nicely. But let's see. I don't know, man. He's probably going to be just a touch too short. But look at that trout, Steven. Check him out. All right. Now, he may be right on the edge. Let's give him a check to see. But that was good to reset this drift. Yeah, he's 15. He's just a touch over 15. So we're going to get this guy in the box. Let's see if we can get him out in the sun where you can see him. But yeah, let's get him in. Now we get 3 per person. Since we got Steven on board, we can have the ability anyway to catch 6. Oh man, did you see that? Something was playing with it. Thought it was a pinfish. And I just started reeling and I think he grabbed it as I started to make it move, but he's a tiny, tiny trout. Let's get my hands wet. So I know this guy's going back. Look at this guy. Look how little, Steven. Check him out. That's a little one, huh? We need to get him back. There you go, dude. Now, throwing this popping cork setup can be a little tricky, you know, because your weight is right here at the bottom of this cork, these little brass beads. And then you've got this long line, and that's just, you know, asking to be tangled up as it flies through the air. The best way I found to keep that from happening is to keep it from twisting, you know, and, you know, flipping around when it's in the air. So what I do is I get, I don't know, a couple feet from the tip of my rod, and then when I cast it, I'm going to kind of really try to load the tip of that rod. In other words, when I've got it back behind my back, it's going to bend a little bit and kind of release it, and the tip of that rod is just going to kind of flex right at the top there, and that seems to kind of keep it from spinning. Now I can't always do that, but that's what I'm always kind of trying to do. So let's see if we can, yeah, see how that went? Fell without it getting all spinning and everything. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, man. Same sort of deal as that last one. Oh, this is a bigger one. Man, just same sort of deal. I kind of thought it was pinfish, but then just sort of started reeling it. I don't know what to do, maybe just to bring it in or get it away from the pinfish or something, but I'm not messing with the net again because he's right here. Almost, come on, here he is. Oh yeah, we may have another keeper, everybody. Check him out. All right, right there in the corner of the mouth. Let me get a measurement on him before we start playing with him too much. He's just a little under. So let's get him back. Oh, he's gonna get back by himself. we seem to have found a good spot here, everybody. So, you know, this thing about drifting, what I always do is kind of drift an area that looks good, and then if it works, you know, kind of fish it till it dies out, and then kind of obviously do that again, maybe to the side a little bit, or that kind of thing. So that's what we're gonna be doing here. And we've got all this sand and grass mixed in, which is just my favorite. And it's a little bit deeper, you see? I haven't checked the depth finder, but see how it gets deeper where that sand is? So we're probably at 3 to 5 feet here, which to me is where I have the most success catching trout. Oh man, geez, right here at the boat. Oh, it's a ladyfish, check him out. Check, oh man, he got off. Well, that's typical ladyfish right there. You know, they're more of a reaction type fish, chasing flashy things like a Spanish mackerel or something. And I was just reeling this in to, you know, recast it, and he took off after it. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, all right. I'm not sure, he's coming to the boat quite easily. Sometimes, there we go, so there he knows he's here. Sometimes the bigger ones don't do that though. Oh yeah, man, this is a nice one. This is a nice one. Yes, oh man, this is a real nice one. All right, man, look at this one. Jeez, oh man, look at that one. All right, let's measure this guy. Look at that. Mouth up there, look, right up under 19. Check him out, just what we wanted. We wanted a nice trout, but we didn't want too nice of a one, and we got him. He is just under 19, so we can keep him, which is good, because he was gonna not make it anyway, and we would hate to have to throw him back. But anyway, look at that color on him, everybody. And with the background of the water, see that greenish is the same, and you get those spots on them, helps them to camouflage. You turn them up like that, and look at that. He looks just like the water. So these are very good camouflaged fish. I was just getting my boat cleaned up a little bit, and I found on Steven's shoe. Fortunately, it wasn't on his foot. So Mom's not gonna like this. Piece of that trout got on it. But good thing they're rubber and we can wipe them off. Don't say nothing, Steven. All right, we're at about the end of our drift here, and it's about lunchtime. Time to sit back and take a rest for a second. But we've got 4 trout in the box. We can keep 6 since I've got Steven on board. So we'll go back and reset our drift after lunch, see if we can't get those other 2 trout. What have we got, Steven? We got Harry Potter. What a lovely lunch out here. We have enough data to be able to watch a movie. So we got the Sorcerer's Stone going on. So we're gonna have some lunch. You can see out there that we've got some sand spots. We're gonna drift over this, call it a day after that. I think, you know, we had that nice mid-morning really high tide, and we caught all of our fish primarily, you know, the hour before and the hour or hour and a half afterwards, and then it's shut down from there. It's just been pinfish and catfish. But I do want to try this sand spot before we go with this soft plastic. This is a Salt Strong product. This is a Slam Shady Bomber, and I think this is a 1/4 ounce, maybe even an 1/8 ounce weedless hook. Oh, did you see that redfish? Oh man, that was a redfish. He just came up and snatched it. Wow, man, I hope that caught on camera there. Man, I was not expecting that. Look at this drag coming out. Holy cow. Man, that was so cool. Wow, I hope that caught on film, and I hope we can get them in too. Man, that was just a come up and strike it. Jeez, that was so cool. That was so cool, and this is a nice one. All right, Steven, we got a big redfish here. We got a big redfish. Man, what a way to possibly end the day here. Wow. Now this is a kind of a light outfit here. A lot of times I use a lighter rod and a lighter reel for these soft plastics. This lighter tipped rod can help you cast longer, but it also means if you get something like this, you know, you don't have a lot of backbone left. I hope he's hooked good. Man, check that redfish out. Man, like I was saying about those sand spots, I just wanted to give that one little shot before we head on back. Wow. Oh man, this is so cool. Where's our net? All right. Man, look at this redfish. He's gonna be under our slot, so we'll be able to keep him. Man, look at this guy in the sun on that sand. Come back, this redfish. Man, I don't see any spots on him. I'm sure he's got them, but geez. All right, I'm gonna kneel down. I'm so afraid of losing this guy. I don't want a big angle on him. Sometimes these weedless hooks like I'm using right now seem to lose our fish, but look at that. No, man, check that redfish out. All right, hopefully he's tired here. Hopefully my arms are long enough. Oh man, all right. Oh yes, I think we got him. Oh man, he may actually be over. Check this fish out, Steven. Man, these redfish, they always grow when you get them out of the water. Jeez, look at this guy. Holy cow, he's a hoss. Man, check him out. What a redfish. What a redfish. Jeez. And he came up and just snatched it. And he was hooked good too. All right. Yep, you hear him drumming. All right. Let's see what he measures. I think he's gonna be too big. Check him out, Steven. Look at this redfish. Look at him, he's almost as long as you. All right, I got my pliers dangling down. Sorry, redfish, but we gotta get you a measurement. Man, all right. So, oh gosh, I don't even know what he is. I can't even measure him. He's 30 inches or something. So he's got to go back. But wow, that is a redfish and a half. Check him out in the sun. Man, he's just got that one spot on him. Wow. Oh, this is so exciting. So exciting with a big old fish like this. What a way to end this wonderful day. Man, it started out with some nice conversations with some people, seeing my buddy Landrum out here, taking my son Steven out, him having a good time, us catching some really nice sized trout, and then that wonderful, nice redfish right at the end. I hope that got on camera because that dude just came up and just fiercely attacked it. That was so cool. But we're gonna go ahead and head on back to the house and we'll see you there. All right, we're gonna go ahead and clean these trout. I'm gonna be using this sword knife. This is their 7-inch flexi, perfect for this size fish. Now I'm gonna show you how to clean these speckled trout, and it's real simple if you have a sharp knife like these sword knives. So the first step is to go behind the gill plate, make that diagonal cut like normal, then go ahead and cut through the belly, just like that. Now, the next step, this is that important step. You wanna make sure that you get this swim bladder out, and really all of the innards out, but mainly that swim bladder. Because if this is in the way, your knife is gonna have a tough time cutting through this. See, it's kind of like gum, you know, and it really doesn't cut so well. So get that out of the way. Then you can just take your knife, get down to the backbone. You really don't have to worry about going through these rib bones because they're not that thick in these trout. And a good knife like this will go right through it like that. Then we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. Go down behind that gill plate, making sure this innards and this swim bladder is out of the way again, which it is. Then you can just go along the backbone, just like that. Very easily done with these speckled trout. Small beeliners are kind of the same way. So then we're gonna go ahead and get this belly meat out. And this is where you have the bones that you're going to want to kind of cut out. Now what I do is I go right behind them, and you can follow the shape of that belly meat right behind those rib bones, and you're just going to cut all the way through the skin, just like that. Then to get this flesh off the skin, get your fillet close to the board, kind of start at the end, kind of secure the tail. And what I like to do is hold my hand right behind my knife, because this trout skin is kind of thin, and if you don't keep that pressure right behind your knife, sometimes this can kind of buckle up and you may end up getting some of the skin on this flesh, which we didn't. We did a good job. Now, if you're going to have any bones, they're going to typically be right here at the tip or right along here, but most likely at the tip, which there's a little bit right there. So get that off and you'll be good to go. So same thing with this one. Go right behind those rib bones and just follow that shape and just get the bones, the belly meat, and all that off. Get your fillet close to the board. Kind of do kind of a rounded cut there at the beginning to get your knife going. And then just have your knife hover right on the skin. Your left hand following. It's just as simple as that. Now this is where the bones were. It was kind of hanging off already. All right, so we did good. Nice little fillets right here. All right, Steve and I are cleaned up and we had a great day today. So we're gonna try to get this fish cooked before Mom gets home. So I've got a simple recipe. All we're really gonna do is pan fry the speckled trout here and then make a cream sauce to put on top of it. So what I've done in the meantime, I've gone ahead and patted it dry, salt and peppered it, and seasoned it with this Paul Prudhomme Seafood Magic. We love this stuff. You can see by the size of the container. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to lightly coat it in this flour and then pan fry it in a little olive oil and then make that cream sauce. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get this in. I'm going to put this down with my serving side down. Now the reason I do that is I'm only going to flip it once. And if you put your serving side down, then when you flip it, it's going to be up. And then you don't have to re-flip it again, you know, when you go to serve it. So we're going to let this cook, you know, a couple, 3 or 4 minutes on each side and then pull it off. While our fish is going, I'm going to go ahead and get our cream sauce prepared. So I've kind of done that already. This is some half and half, some oregano, some paprika, and some Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning. To that, we're going to add a little bit of flour and just mix that in. And once we put that flour in here with this olive oil, it's going to make that nice, thicker kind of cream sauce. All right, I went ahead and pulled this fish off. I like to use this instant read thermometer. Once it gets to 145 degrees, you know it's done. So the next step is I've got my pan, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour this white wine in here. And what that's going to do is that's going to deglaze this pan, kind of getting all that little bits of fish that was cooked in here, and just kind of really pull that off the bottom of the pan and start to kind of marinate that together. So we're going to get this heated up, and while this is kind of heating up a little bit, we're going to go ahead and get our sauce in here. Now we love this cast iron pan because it really heats evenly. And the thing you want to do whenever you're putting cream or half and half or this kind of thing in a pan like this that's hot, you really got to watch out and make sure you're stirring it. That way it doesn't burn. And the cast iron skillet does a really good job of heating things evenly, and so you don't have really like hot spots on it. So we're just going to stir this around, and look, you can see it's already getting thick. All right, so we've got our sauce heated up, and the last step is I'm going to put a little bit of lemon juice in here. And then we're just going to heat that up, and then we're going to just pour this over the fish. All right, so I plated out my fish here. I made some mashed potatoes, and we're going to go ahead and get some of this sauce on here. I got this idea for this recipe. As I mentioned in one of my videos, we were on a cruise several months ago, and I had something like this on the cruise, and I kind of just wanted to really kind of see if I could remake it. And I think we did it. That's very good, Stephen. I'm gonna make yours next. Wow. What I like about it, that Creole seasoning, that Tony Chachere's kind of has a little bit of heat to it. But, you know, we put the right amount of it so it's not super, super hot. And you just get that complex depth of flavors with oregano, that seafood magic we put in there, and then the creaminess of this potatoes underneath of it. This is fantastic. So as you can see, this took no effort to make at all. We only have one pan to clean up, and virtually, you know, it didn't take a lot of ingredients. So I'll leave this down in the description so you can make this for yourself. All right, Stephen, you want a bite? You want to try a bite? Oh, here he is. Look at the camera and tell them what you think.
Good.
Is it good? All right. So if you enjoyed this video where Stephen and I got out, caught some great fish and had a great time, hit that thumbs up button and consider subscribing so you won't miss my future videos. Until next time, hope to see you on another episode of Forgotten Coast Fishing.